Hello, everyone. Welcome to our reading today. We are using Animal Tarot cards. This deck is by Dorian Virtue and Radley Valentine. Um, this is a pretty old deck. I've had it for quite a while, many, many years actually, but it's almost brand new because I got away from doing tarot and started working more on Oracle. So, but you can see, like, I don't even think they're really shuffled that much either. Like, they're really nice cards. They have the animals. Um, I just haven't really been called to use them as much as I bought them, and then after I bought them, this is what the guide deck looks like. It has like the black and white pictures and a message. But after I bought them, I ended up not using them very often. So I don't know. So let's take a look. We're just going to pull some cards just to see what your guidance for today is. I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting, for sharing. I hope that this reading helps you. I hope that it meets your expectations and supports you in whatever it is that you are seeking guidance in knowing. And we're going to pull another card. I feel like we need another one. Bradley Valentine does readings, by the way. He's on Facebook and he also has a YouTube. He does readings, like weekly readings and things. I love doing I love listening to his weekly readings. I studied under him many, 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 many years ago when I first was receiving messages from Spirit to do card readings. I studied under him. That was who made me feel confident and safe in doing the card readings. So definitely check him out if you like card readings. Okay, so we have the Nine of Autumn. So Nine of Autumn is the ragdoll cat. So your success has brought you financial security and the reward of much desired time off to enjoy your own company. You may suddenly have a brilliant idea for a business or self employment opportunity that will be very successful. So, you have worked hard to get yourself to where you can finally slack off and enjoy life. Maybe you finally have been able to have the weekends off. Maybe you have finally been able to pay off your bills. And for some of you, I feel like for some of you, there's a message coming in that you have like moved in with an elder. It feels like in this card, like because the furniture is like older. I feel like you've moved in with elders, or maybe you have received. Yeah, there's the dogs giving confirmation, or maybe you have received like financial support from an older person that has helped you to be able to reach your goals. And I feel like that wisdom and that support has really helped you with being able to get to where you are now, where you're more independent and you have that like you're not stressing over money. Like yes, you could use more money, but you're not stressing over money. So like your bills are paid, things are working out for you, things are lining up successfully for you. And because of that, you have more time to just enjoy the things that you really want to enjoy. And then you have the Prince of Water. So deceives, focus driven, and decisive, focus driven, and impulsive. Okay, so a thoroughbred horse, get ready for progress to speed up. This situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion and make your decisions quickly. So there might be an energy coming in right now for you where you like maybe you finally got yourself to where you can do the self-employment decision that you want to do. And because of that, you are going to have to make some sudden decisions to make this happen, to move into this direction, right? So you finally, for some of you, I feel like you finally got to where you wanted to be. You're finally able to maybe spend more time doing your hobbies or what you love and enjoy. And because of you being able to spend more time doing this, and because of you being able to do what you enjoy, the universe then is bringing in an opportunity for you. So I feel like this opportunity is calling for you to have to make decisions quickly, right? You're going to be guided to decide what it is that you need to do to make everything work out, um, in the way that works best for everybody involved. Like not just you, but if you have a family, like what's going to work out for your family as well, right? But I feel like there is an opportunity coming in, and it's one of these where you either seize the moment or it passes you by kind of thing. So I feel like for some of you there is this deep desire to achieve this goal, but you want to achieve it in a way that is balanced too. Like you don't want to make impulsive decisions. You want to make sure you're focused, and you want to make sure that you're choosing logic, that you're choosing the right, like you want to be fast moving with this energy because it's fast moving energy, but you want to make sure that you're thinking things through in a manner that makes sense, right? So you might want to ask somebody for advice that's really good at seeing things for the whole picture, right? Being able to see the whole thing where you might only be able to see what's directly in front of you, right? So you might want to ask for some advice on financial, or if it's a financial situation before you sign any papers or anything like that. You might want to make sure that you look at everything before you sign your signature kind of thing, okay? And then of course you have the will, which means that again, this is a fast pace. This is something that's major in your life. So this is a major situation going on, something that's very important, something that cannot be procrastinated and put off. All right. So again, we have that expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. So here we go with this one where we have get ready for progress to speed up. So, you have, for some of you, I feel like, for some of you, I feel like this these decisions to financially get yourself out of where you was so that you could be where you are has opened up doors for you to become who you truly are meant to become. And these wise decisions have helped you to be able to step into a new beginning or something that you really want to see grow, but you never had the time before. So for some of you, maybe it's, making music or making art, or, doing something that you really enjoy doing in the community, but you didn't have the time before because you had to work or you had bills to pay. So I feel like there's this like balance coming in for you here. Like there's this calm and this leisure time balance coming in, and then the universe is saying, okay, you have the time now. There's, because sometimes when we don't have the time, the universe will help to keep things from our energy because it's a disappointment, because we want it, but we can't because we have to do this over here. So therefore it's a disappointment to us when we desperately want to see something happen, but we can't, right? So the universe sometimes will often divert us, and not that you can't receive it, but it diverts to the point where like they don't want you to be disappointed to the point where you withdraw and give up. So the universe will often like move things so that the situation doesn't show up until timing is right, what they call divine timing kind of thing, right? So, things may have started getting faster, but like the reason why is because you got the will coming into the energy here. So this whole new situation is going to open up new doors for you and everybody involved around you. and it's really going to empower a change, right? Here's this new fruit falling, right? And it's not even like this is like good fruit. There's no there's no it's not rotten or anything. So like there's abundance, and there's so much abundance from this transformation that's taking place. There's so much abundance that it literally is going to provide extra for anyone who is needing it, right? So not only is it going to serve you, but it's going to serve others who needs a part of this transformational journey, right? So you're going to have excess. You're going to have the ability to share with others what you have achieved in this situation. And often the universe will do that. When the universe rewards us, often the universe will reward anybody that comes into contact with us as well. Okay, so let's take a look at our closing card on this one. I'm going to pick our closing card. What is it that we need to know for the closing of this message? Okay, so we have the moon, which is another major arcana card. Okay, so we have 18, the moon, the Lennox. It's important to trust your intuition. Even if you're unsure of what's happening, all will be revealed soon. So worry is unnecessary. All right, so the moon is telling you there is light in the darkness. You are light in the darkness. You are transforming from the light that you are allowing to come into your life to help you through the darkness of everything that's going on around you, right? You're doing an inner transformation with like shadow work, with like addressing the things that are like within you, right? But then you're also doing a lot of transformation because of the things around you, the things that you have left go of, right? The problems that you've resolved, like the financial problems that you have resolved. It says financial security, right? So like with the moon, it's this is a form of shining light on the areas that we don't often want to see, right? The moon is basically about illumination, right? And so at night, when the moon comes out, there's a lot of darkness, right? So this symbolizes like allowing the universe to show you what needs to be transformed. The light comes in and it transforms. Okay, it allows you to have the time to say, okay, if I want to get here, I need to do XYZ. I can't get here until I finish XYZ, right? And I can't control the situations outside of me, but I can control what I'm doing in my own circle, in my own life, right? So that's what this is about. This is about you have done a lot of work to get yourself to where you are now so that you can do the things that you truly want to do to be able to be who you truly want to be. And there was another card that came out with the last one. This is two of winter. So dash Dotson dog. Procrastination and worrying what others will think is blocking you from making a decision. If you're torn between your own desires and someone else's, follow your inner guidance. Okay, so this card has to do with you have the masculine, feminine energies coming in here, I feel. And this has to do with um, coming from the place of the heart. Are you making this decision based off of love, or are you making this decision based off of um, what you feel you should do, what you feel the like as far as like I don't want to say I don't want to use the words. control. But I feel like you may be making some decisions because someone else close to you might not be supporting you in the manner that you need to be supported. So you're kind of like having that inner struggle with yourself on what you should do. And the universe knows this inner struggle. You never go through an inner struggle or an outer struggle without the universe knowing what you're struggling with. The universe knows. So sit down and talk to the universe, talk to the creator, talk to your angels, your guardians, the people that are your spiritual team that wants to help you. Let them know what your fears are. Let them know what your concerns are. Let them know why you're afraid or why you think you're afraid. And if you don't know, ask, please show me why I'm afraid. Why am I afraid? Maybe you've been hurt before. Maybe you're too old to make decisions that just don't seem logical to you, that don't seem wise to you, right? Maybe you feel like you're not that young person anymore that can just bounce back from things. So maybe you're more cautious about things, right? It might not always be about other people laughing at you or pointing fingers at you. You might not care what other people think. But for some of you, um, the other people might be your children, or the other people might be um, society in a whole. If you're trying to do something that, feels like you're going up against a group of people that's just going to come at you. But the main thing is the universe is asking you, why are you procrastinating? Why are you worried about trying to stop this momentum? What's going on in this light and darkness over here? Where is the light not shining where it needs to shine? Right? Then the moon lights up the night, but there's still so much darkness, right? So like what are you not truly facing that is causing you to have this procrastination or this worry that something's going to go wrong, right? Maybe you have this self-dedication to something. Maybe you feel dedicated to a certain person. Maybe you feel dedicated to a certain path that you're on and it just doesn't feel right to move into another direction because that other direction might not include the people that are in your life, right? So like there's many different decisions. You got to decide what resonates with you and the answers. It's okay to procrastinate, but you want to know the answers of why. So this card here is all about um, letting go of anything that is outside of your control. Worrying what others will think, that is outside of your control. You can't control other people's minds. You could be the perfect person and do the perfect thing, and somebody out there is going to find fault. And somebody out there is going to judge you because they're judging you based off of their own reflection within themselves. Something that's not resolved within themselves is causing them to judge you. So, no matter what you do, somebody is always going to judge you. So you got to let go of the worry of others and just step into your energy. Right? And it's not that it's blocking you from making a decision, but it might be that you aren't being honest with why you don't want to make a decision. So it's not that you're not making a decision, it's maybe you're refusing to make the decision, right? And it might be because you need to come to terms with how you're feeling emotionally with yourself or what you're worried about internally because nothing external is ever controlled, right? The universe can surprise you in so many ways that your fears might never ever take place. But those fears come from something internally. So that's the thing for this card is the universe just wants you to take time to look at yourself, take time to honor your emotions. The universe isn't telling you that you're wrong. The universe is not telling you that you're not validated for your emotions and your feelings. The universe is saying know your feelings. Know why you want to procrastinate. Know why when this starts to come in, you're going to want to pull back. Know the reason why. This is all about why because that's where your power lies and that's where your inner guidance is going to come in. Okay, that's where your inner guidance is going to be the strongest, is when you know your why. Because then, whenever the procrastination or anything comes in to try to stop you, long as you know your why, you're going to understand your decisions. You're going to understand your responses, your actions in this situation. Okay, so I hope this has helped you. Thank you so much for stopping in. And again, that is your animal tarot cards. So have a wonderful evening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.